Happy 2018. I thought I'd give you guys a little video since I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. So here are some standing exercises that you can do in Pilates. We're going to start with just doing some squats. You can add little light weights if you'd like to, but this is what we're going to do, help us in balance and mobility. So we're going to start with our feet about shoulder width apart, toes facing forward. We're going to sink into the heels as we squat down and come up. Exhale, down, inhale up. Arms come out, it helps with balance a little bit. And we want to do about 10 of these. Then we're going to take the feet out wider, turn the toes out to the side, okay? So now we're going to just squat down. I'm going to bring my arms up. We're going to squat down, bring the knees towards the toes. So if we were on a clock, it'd be kind of like we're 10 and 2 on a clock, or 9 and 3 if you can do that. We're going to hold here. After 10, we're going to hold and we're going to stretch and come back up and stretch the other side and come back up. Good. We're going to squat down a little lower, bring a right heel raise, a left heel raise, both heel raise, right, left, both, right, left, both. And if you notice, as I'm doing this, my head's not raising up and down, I'm staying down low, and both. Good. So then we're going to come back up. About 10 of those. Each of those are 10. We're going to shift a little bit. I'm going to step my leg back. I'm going to come down and hold a single lunge, raising and lowering, holding here. You could also do an arm curl if you'd like, with weights as you go, or not. It's totally up to you. And then we're going to hold it here at the bottom. I'm going to rotate out and back in. Rotate out and back in as I hold my back knee down. Then I'm going to shift and I'm going to go to the other side. Okay? And again, weights we can raise and lower. I'm doing this without weights because I assume at home some may or may not have weights. And then I'm going to hold, rotating back and forth. This will challenge your balance a little bit. About 10 times and back in. Okay? Rotate at the waist so you get that oblique work as well. All right, so now we're going to do some moving lunges. And again, if you want to use weights, you can. We're going to step back, come up to a tap, and extend my arms out right at shoulder height. Come back to a tap and extend. When I'm feeling more comfortable, I come back and raise the knee up and extend. Back, raise the knee up. And if I can go backwards without touching my foot down in between, that's key, okay? Back and up, back and up. Then I'm going to hold this here, and you can kick out as well. Again, it will challenge your balance and step down, okay? So just some things to challenge balance. Next up, we're going to do a little bit more balance. I'm going to hip hinge forward. So as I hip hinge forward, I draw my stomach in and bend forward, hip hinging at the waist. So I want to avoid this, okay? I want to hip hinge and step forward. I'm going to take a leg back. I'm going to bring it up if I can, and I'm going to bring my arms to the side and pull them back in. Okay? So that'll be 10 times as well. Then we're going to take that leg out to the side. That same leg that was behind you. Out to the side, toes point forward. Again, I can have little hand weights, 3 pounds maybe would be good. If you only have 5, you can do a little less. Then I'm going to take that leg to the front and do some leg circles. And I'm going to circle back the other way. Okay, so 10 times each. Think 10, 10, 10 little sets. All right, again, with weights or without, we're going to do some side lunges. So I'm going to start by going to my right side. I'm going to lunge and come back up to a tap. Lunge, shift my weight over. So only the right leg, the one I'm stepping out with, is going to bend. The other leg staying straight. And then I'm going to start to raise my foot up, a little higher, to a knee raise. And then I can rotate with this as well, so I can come to my hip, across my body. Come to my hip, across my body. Come to my hip, across my body. Okay? Same thing we would do the other side. Start with the weights or your hands here. to a tap, then to a knee raise. Try to balance here for a few seconds. Hip across the body. Hip across the body. Hip across the body. If I can follow my eyes gaze with my hand, it's going to allow me for more rotation, okay, which is key to that exercise. All right, so the next one, you will need a little bit of weights. And again, it can just be small weights. So if we've got a couple of 3s, that's perfect. Sorry about that. Arms up. We're going to pull in and take it out. Pull in, take it out, pull in, take it out. You can even use like soup cans for this. Then I'm going to add in a knee raise. I'm going to show my inner thigh to the front. That's going to help me rotate and pull in with my obliques. And then to the other side. Okay, so 10, 10, 8, 8, 6, 6. So whatever you feel like you can do. And then finish out with some singles so you're adding a little more movement in here. Okay, just like that. All right. So that would be a nice warm up before you move, especially on a cold day. To do those again with the raises, we can take those with arms out to the side with weights. Okay, so now we're going to do a few things rotating to the floor. So here we're just going to do a roll down into a plank. So I'm going to tighten through my tummy. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to put my hands beside my feet. I'm going to extend my legs up. I'm going to walk out, take the legs back, and hold my plank. Okay, so I'm holding nice and steady through a plank. And I'm going to pull one knee in and take it out. Pull a knee in and take it out. I'm going to do this about 10 times. Make sure I'm in my little plank again and go to the other side. Okay, then I'm going to push my hips up, walk my hands back, and stand all the way up. Nice roll up. Okay, so that's number 1. Knees in, holding plank. Okay, then we're going to go with number 2. So this is a little more cardio, which is nice. And we're going to tighten through the tummy. We're going to roll down. I'm going to walk myself out into my plank again. And I'm going to take a leg out with a tap. Alternating sides. If you want to make it a little more brutal, we're going to do some jumping jacks in and out. Okay? 10 times. And then I'm going to push my hips up. Walk my hands back. Stand all the way up. All right. So that's next up. So we did our knees in each side. We did our either single legs out or jumping jacks in and out to increase it. So if you're doing the jumping jacks or whichever one you're doing, we want to make sure we're in a good stance. So we want to make sure that our plank is looking good, our hips are down, all right? So we're not raising those hips up. We're not doing those jumping jacks like this, right? We want to lower down, okay? So we want to make sure that we're in proper form. And once again, it's always better to do proper form and do less than do horrible form and do more. Okay, so we always want to remember that. So our last one for our plank series, we're going to tighten through the core. We're going to roll down. We're going to walk it out. Extend those legs back. We're going to hold this position. And I'm just going to bring a knee in towards my elbow. Okay? So I'm doing that, 10 on each side. Then we can come down to our hands and our knees. What I'm going to do is take the right hand, I'm going to place it on my shoulder, and I'm going to take the left leg out, okay? I'm going to bend that knee up, and then I'm going to rotate that hip. All right, so opposite arm and leg. Looks pretty easy, but it's a lot of balance involved, and then rotate the other direction. And then I'm going to switch sides, take my arm to my shoulder, extend the opposite leg out, bend the knee, rotate the hip. So kind of a play on our bird dog, and switch direction. Okay, then I'm on my hands and knees. I'm going to go ahead and extend a leg out, and I'm going to do our tap down. So knee bends. I'm going to tap my knee to the floor, and I'm going to push my heel up towards the ceiling. Tap and push. Tap and push. Tap and push, keeping my abdominal in and my back straight. Stay on this leg. I'm going to bring the leg out straight. Windshield wiper out to the side and pull across back in. Out to the side, pull across. Out to the side, pull across. Out to the side, pull across. Okay? Then I'm going to pull in and take it out. Pull in, take it out. Okay, so those 3 exercises, and it's 10 times on each side. All right, so that's what we're going to do on all 4s. Okay? So now we're going to work a little bit more abs. We have been working abs and core the whole time. Concentrate a little bit more on our abs. And I'm going to have a seat, and I'm going to have my knees bent to start. We're going to be doing some roll-ups. So roll-ups, we mostly do in partial. That way we get the most control of our stance, and then also we concentrate mostly on our abdominals, okay? Not so much on our hip flexors. Okay, so here we go. So sitting high on the sitting bones, chest is up. We're gonna bring our arms out in front and roll back. 1, 2, 3. Hold this position. Now I'm holding a position where I wanna just kind of drop backwards, but I'm gonna hold it nice and tight. It's gonna depend on who you are, where that position is for you. For me, it's about here, and my stomach starts to work right away. I can feel it shaking. For other people, it's up higher. For other people, it's back a little lower. But you should feel that abdominal really start to kick in. Okay, you want to feel the muscles really start to kick in and work, okay? So exhaling back, 1, 2, 3. So we do this a few times. We hold it for about 3 seconds to come up. Then we add on to it. So what we're going to do is take our arms out to the side. So rolling back, 1, 2, 3. Take the arms out, bring them back in, and roll on up. And again, exhaling back, take the arms out, pull them back in, roll on up. Then we can take it overhead, back, arms up, lower down, roll up. Rolling back, arms up, lower down, rolling up. 2 more. Rolling back, and you can even combo the movement and up. Okay, so do 10 of those as well. So we'll just do 10 as our magic number for this set. And then next up we're going to do what's called the bow and arrow. And I'm going to show you from the sides a little easier. Rotating at the waist, we're going to pull that elbow down towards the floor and come back up. And I look towards my elbow, and that allows me to do more of a twist as I move. Twisting and up and twisting and up. And I'm not coming down here and resting here, okay? I'm not even touching, and then I come back up. Getting my elbow as close to the floor as I can. Pretending like I'm pulling back a bow, okay? So that's what we're going to do there. We'll do some stretches, so legs out, arms up. We're going to take our pinky finger towards our pinky toe, look towards our backhand, and inhale up and switch the other side. Inhale up and switch. Inhale up and switch. Inhale up. Good. And relax down. All right, so that's a good mid-movement stretch. So those are great to do. We haven't even hit lying flat on the ground, which we want this workout. So I wanted to show you some alternatives to lying flat and doing exercises. So that will give you about a 20-minute workout, I would guess. I sped through it a lot, but I expect you all to do a little bit different of exercise and make sure you're getting each thing done on each side. All right, so until I see you all, happy 2018, and see you next week. Adios.